Happy Friday. Listen, I'm so excited this morning, and I want to tell you it's been a great week for the Coach's Corner. And just first of all, we're grateful for you, grateful for all you do, tuning in every morning. Obviously, you've brought extra people to the table this morning, and that's awesome too. And we have really a special treat for you. Actually, Coach Myra, I got to give her kudos because, Coach, you're going to mute your line, but Coach, Coach set this up for today, and we told you periodically we were going to have some guests on. I've actually got a guest joining us next week. But listen, I want to tell you, you're in for a treat this morning. So I'm going to turn it over right now to Coach Myra Miles. Coach, the call's all yours. Hey, Coach, you're muted.
Oh, okay. All right. Our special guest, I told him to log in at about 9:03. So we're going to give him about a minute, and I'm going to introduce him quickly. I will go ahead and tell everybody on the call right now, our guest today is a longtime friend. We met back in the 80s. He actually recruited one of my players on the first year to ever have it, a team at this place he coaches. So, and get that out of the way. I'm not sure. I look for him to be logging on any minute. And it's filling up. We're getting a lot of people in.
Yes. That's great. That's great. One of the things as we wait, Coach, I'll say this: we've been getting some feedback on.
Whoa! We got to stop. We got to stop. Okay. He's here.
All right, let's roll.
All right. Right now, let me see if I can find him. I saw his name pop up. Coach Patrick Murphy from the University of Alabama, national championship softball coach. Patrick, I saw you pop up on the window. There he is.
Hey, Myra.
Hey, listen, I can't tell you how excited I am. Number one, just to see your face. I just consider this such, this is just, I appreciate you taking the time out because you're ultra busy. I've already told them a little bit about our background without telling who you are. We go way back to the 80s. Told them you recruited one of my first players when Alabama started the softball program, and just think the world of you. And you're such a tremendous motivator. This call is strictly a 10-minute call every morning that Coach Palmer and I do, just pure positivity and motivation. So bring it to us today, Coach, and it's great to see you.
Yeah, Myra, you're one of my all-time favorites, and I think you were probably one of the first people in the state of Alabama to reach out to me when I became the head softball coach, and we've been friends, for 25 years, and I'm going on, this August will be year 25 at Alabama. Wow. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
But I hope everyone's doing well out there. Myra asked me this week if I could jump on with you guys. I appreciate you guys doing this, first of all, because I think it's good for the soul. But I've been rereading this book since all this stuff started. And it's one of my favorite books. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's called The Culture Code. And it's by an author, Daniel Coyle. And he's written a couple books, and he's one of my favorite authors. But I've been rereading this book since we've been off in, I think we canceled our season around March 10th. And it's just been a time where to reconnect with old friends. I'm home in Iowa right now, Myra. My mom lives here. My three sisters live here. So I drove up to Northeast Iowa for a couple weeks. But The Culture Code is a great book for any leader, any coach, any business person. But one of the main takeaways from how to create a really good culture in your families and your businesses that I take away from the book is it a safe environment for everyone here? Do I feel safe at this business, on this team, in this environment. And it all starts with safety. Do I feel good about the people around me? And so I've been reflecting on that ever since I've been at Alabama. That's, when I started, nobody even really knew what culture meant in a team or a business setting. And as I've grown as a coach and a professional, this past year at the American Baseball Coaches Association, which I go to every year, they have a big convention with over 7,000 coaches. 5 of the speeches given at that convention were all about culture. 20 years ago, there wouldn't have been any. It would have been hitting, fielding, pitching, all the things about the sport. But now, 20 years later, it's about how to get a group of people together and perform their best. So culture is really important at Alabama. And I can remember one of my first bosses at Alabama, Mal Moore, and Myra, you know who Mal was, but he was the AD. And we had won our first SEC championship, and it was 2006. And he put his arm around me, and I can remember it like it was yesterday. He said, Coach, anybody can win one championship, but it takes a really special program to win another one. And I don't know if he meant it as like a challenge, but I really took it as a challenge. And I was like, okay. He said it was the toughest thing to do in college sports to win 2. Anybody could win 1, but it really took a special person and a team to win more than 1. And that means it was a consistent championship culture. And I'm proud to say that we've been to every NCAA tournament since I've been at Alabama, and we're the only team in the country that's participated in every super regional round, which is the round before the World Series. Another really good learning environment that I went through one year, and this was probably 18 to 20 years ago. And if there's any educators on here, or if anybody has a daughter or a son that's going to be a teacher, that is a teacher, I went to this seminar called Capturing Kids' Hearts. And it's a group out of College Station, Texas. And it's literally called Capturing Kids' Hearts. And the founder of the entire program, he believes that in order to reach a kid's mind, you have to start with their heart. Okay. So in order to capture a kid's heart, okay, you need to go right here to start. Okay. You capture their heart first, and then they're going to run through a brick wall. Well, I believe the same thing, because I think in order to change a heart, you have to touch that heart first. You have to find ways to get to a heart. Okay. And any one of us on this call this morning, you guys can do that. You can touch someone's heart. Okay. Little tiny ways. We call them the moments of wow at Alabama. And it's just little things that touch somebody's heart, that they know that, number one, they're safe in your environment, and number 2, that you care about them more as a person than an athlete. And in college sports, if that can happen, if they truly believe that their coach loves them first as a person and second as an athlete, you're going to do really, really good things. And that goes for anybody in a business world too. Because if your employees think you're treating them like a commodity, it's not going to go very far, and you're probably not going to have really good retention. Okay. So I want you all to have really good employees, because 70% of Americans, 70% of Americans leave a job because they don't feel appreciated at work. Okay. Let's not any of us be that one of those bosses. Okay. On this call. And one of the coolest things to do during this time is really to let people know that you appreciate them. There's a lot of time in the day not to do anything right now. I mean, but one thing you can do is let people know that you appreciate what they bring to your life. Okay. One little, I guess it was a negative, it was a big negative in my mind, was about 2 weeks ago, one of my former very first baseball players, I was a high school baseball coach in Iowa before I started as a softball coach. And I was literally 22 years old, right out of college. And in the state of Iowa, we play baseball in the summer because the weather stinks in the spring. So I became the head baseball coach at Sumner, Iowa High School, and the nickname was the Aces, ACES. Well, anyway, 2 weeks ago, one of my very first players called me. He's got a family of 2 daughters. I'm the godfather to his oldest daughter, who's 16. And he said, Coach, I got some bad news. And I said, well, first thing I thought of was his parents, because both of his parents are in nursing homes. And I thought, uh-oh, something's going wrong. And then he said, I haven't been feeling well. And then that feeling is like, uh-oh, your heart sinks. This was a Friday morning that he called me. And Monday night, he passed away. 47 years old. He had a brain tumor, and he bled Sunday night. He went to the University of Iowa hospitals. His daughter, the 16-year-old, she called me and she said, Murph, you would have been so proud of me. I was going really, really fast, and I went through 2 red lights just to get Dad to the emergency room. Well, he passed away, and I think Wednesday night, about, I don't know, it was probably 6:30, I got a text message from one of the boys on the team that played with him. And he said, hey, Coach, I don't know if you're available around 7 o'clock. We're going to do a Zoom with everybody on that team, and we're going to toast one for Roger, because his name was Roger. So at 7 o'clock that night, almost everybody from that team, and they were spread all over the country, Myra.
Wow.
I mean, everywhere. And at 7 o'clock, just like we're doing right now, I can see all your faces. Here's my very first team of baseball players on a Zoom call. And we're all toasting the young man that had passed away a couple days before that. Then the next thing that happened was so cool. Everybody started emailing me a picture of the team photo that year. And we had gone to state and finished second in the state championship. And the first kid I think he did it on a whim, but he took a picture of our team photo that was sitting on his mantle in his office and said, hey, you guys, I still have my team picture. And then the coolest thing happened. It went on and on and on for like a day and a half. Everybody took a picture of their team picture and sent it to me. And you know what the coolest thing was? I'm sitting at home on my computer looking at all these pictures and crying like a 10-year-old. And I thought, you know what? I think I have that picture. So here I am walking around my home with my computer just like this. And it was downstairs next to it was on a TV stand. And behind that picture was the picture of our national championship team at Alabama. In front of it was the Summer Aces baseball, but behind it was the Alabama softball. So I took the picture and I sent it to all the boys. I said, I still have mine. Well, I just thought of it the other day, but that was 32 years ago, 32 years. And every single one of them had that team picture. And I didn't know it at the time, but I think all of us on that team, we captured each other's hearts. And that's what it really means now, just to capture somebody's heart. And every one of us on this call can do that. It doesn't take any talent and it doesn't take any money to do it. Now, Myra asked for some positivity. I hope it wasn't Debbie the Downer, but I was thinking that out of tragedy always comes something good, right?
Yes.
And I think all those boys realized what an awesome time in their life it was in the summer of 1988, 89, and 1990, that they were surrounded by a group of people who truly loved them. I wanted to say hi to Coach Palmer too. I don't think I've ever met you, but I appreciate what you're doing, buddy. And Myra, I absolutely love you. And hey, if anybody ever comes to Alabama for any reason, you guys are always welcome at my facility. I'll give you guys the VIP tour. All you got to say is, hey, I met you on the call with Myra and Brent, and you're going to be in like Flynn. Okay.
Brent, Brent, I knew you would be ecstatic. But Patrick and I will always be connected, guys. Am I muted? Can you hear me, Patrick?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. we'll always be connected. You know, when I went to UT, he was one of the very first people that called me and congratulated me. And, you know, it'd be tough for him to wear orange, but he did tell me that I'd be the only person he would wear orange for. So,
Yes.
but we're friends before any of this other stuff. So Patrick, thank you so much. And it was a very positive message. You know,
Well,
we
thank
got to
you.
win hearts in
Yes.
everything that we do. So Coach Palmer, you want to say something to Coach before he signs off?
I do, Coach. I know the last couple of months has been tough because I followed you and I know what the team means to you. Thank you for this morning. You know, and we say every day, and it's so powerful what you just said, because we literally end the call every day by saying, find one person today and make a difference in them because you showed up. And capturing somebody's heart, the moments of wow. Thank you, Coach, for that. Wow. You captured me this morning. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, thanks, Myra.
Thank you. Love you.
Appreciate the opportunity. Love you too. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
See you, Coach.
See ya.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed today.
So, Coach,
Yeah.
you know what we got to do?
Yeah,
I'm giving somebody the culture code.
absolutely.
I'm
No
giving
doubt.
somebody the culture code. I'm telling you this, I will have mine ordered today. Wow. Hey, thanks, Coach, for putting that on. That was
Yeah.
great.
He's just real. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just Patrick. So anyway, I'm blessed to call him friend, and he is he's a very passionate speaker. As you can see, if you ever get the opportunity just to hear him speak. And so anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. We have big numbers, and I hope that people will come back on Monday because we're gonna bring you some heat with a good message on Monday morning.
Yes, yes, yes. And someone is going to win this culture code.
That's right.
And I've actually got a guest speaker coming in next week.
Awesome.
So someone is going to win the culture. Just hashtag, you're already doing it. Hashtag culture. Let us know. Let us know. We're about to go right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Okay.
Woo-hoo. So excited, so excited. So this was fun because you guys had a guest on this morning that hasn't been on here before, and she won today. So Lori, I'm going to mess up your last name, Lori, and I even know it, Balich. Congratulations, you won the book. We'll go ahead and get it out. Just text me your address. So congratulations, lady.
Lori, way to go. Way to go. All right. We'll be sending that your direction. Again, guys, we're grateful for you. Have a great Friday. Find somebody today. Make them have a better day because you showed up. And let's rock this week.